Within hours, the port was transformed. High-tension cables snaked from the command vehicle into control centers and mobile communication towers. Drones buzzed overhead. The BTR-80K's sensors began mapping every object within 5 kilometers. Its command node reached the outermost radar stations. The tank became a spider, the port its web. Everything moved through it. Every signal, every order, every reaction. For 7 days, no external support was allowed. Everything had to be controlled from within Saga. When a simulated long-range missile was launched from a naval cruiser 300 kilometers away, the BTR-80K detected it, simulated 4 different intercept trajectories, selected the most efficient, and deployed a counter-drone to track and disable it mid-air. The missile never got within 100 kilometers of land. On the 13th day of operations, a real incursion occurred. A foreign reconnaissance vessel, masked as a fishing trawler, entered the surveillance zone near the port. It wasn't on any manifest. It responded to no hails. Before the coastal defense unit could escalate, the BTR-80K flagged the vessel's signal patterns as irregular. It matched them against a database of known electronic warfare profiles. Within 90 seconds, it had confirmation the trawler was emitting a stealth scan sweep aimed at port infrastructure. The response was immediate. No missiles. No panic. The BTR-80K deployed a single autonomous surface drone with jamming equipment. The drone approached silently, emitting a static field that disrupted the vessel's sweep pattern. Without ever firing a shot or raising the alert level, the ship turned and left. It was an invisible battle, but it was a victory and a warning. The soldiers stationed at Saga began to refer to the BTR-80K with a kind of reverence. It wasn't just a machine. It was alive. Always awake. Always watching. It would predict drone failures before they happened. It would alert teams of bad weather 5 minutes before the Navy did. It had learned the rhythm of the port, and it had made it its own. On day 22, the final test came. A simulated cyber attack was launched on Saga's entire communication grid. Every frequency, every server, every relay was hit. The entire infrastructure began to go dark. But not the BTR-80K. Its onboard systems kicked into isolation mode, sealing itself off from infected lines. Then, using short-range laser comms, it reconnected critical systems one by one, bypassing infected routes and re-establishing a private command channel with all essential units. The port never lost full contact. The operation continued. Command called it miraculous. Engineers called it adaptive learning. Soldiers just called it smart. After 30 days, the exercise ended. The BTR-80K had logged over 200 independent decision-making events. It had coordinated 74 drone missions, intercepted 14 test incursions, and launched 5 multi-branch simulations. It had passed every test and rewritten every expectation. But the story doesn't end at Saga. After the success of the port operation, the data from the BTR-80K was sent across multiple military divisions. Doctrine began to change. Old concepts of command hierarchy were questioned. If one tank could operate as a command hub, could future battlefields be led not from distant bunkers, but from armored vehicles embedded in real time? Could wars be won not by overwhelming numbers, but by speed of decision? The BTR-80K wasn't just another machine on the battlefield anymore. It had become the model for a new type of warfare. One that was faster, smarter, and more connected than ever before. When the port of Saga reopened, it looked the same on the surface. Quiet, empty, normal. But deep within its heart and core, fiber lines remained connected. Towers stayed active. And one garage, near the far end of Dock 7, stayed sealed. Inside that garage, the 2025 BTR-80K sat silent. Its systems were dormant. Its lights off. But its memory held every second of the Saga operation. Every command. Every decision. Every moment of war without war. Its shell was scarred, its wheels worn. But it had become a legend. Not because of what it destroyed, but because of what it protected.